Cheers to the final
end of the Christmas season.
episode of this Christmas season.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Gospel Truth. I'm Dean.
And I'm Audrey, and this week we are celebrating the Epiphany of the Lord.
Light bulb.
Yes. And if we reflect back to the last time we talked about the Epiphany, we really focused on this whole idea of revelation, this aha moment, realizing that there's something greater, which is still true.
Yeah.
But
Still true. But we want to focus on the idea of light today. We hear a lot about the image of light in the readings. And so we wanted to talk about the role of light when it comes to this epiphany. So I kind of like this light bulb here. It's like a double meaning, right? It was both a revelation and a light.
yes.
Yeah.
Both very true. But yes, as Dean said, we wanted to focus on this theme of light. And so as you mentioned, are there a few acts you opened the reading?
I
so
did.
You want to call out a few?
I'm gonna call a few things related to light. First reading, rise up in splendor, Jerusalem, your light has come. Nations shall walk by your light. Light, light. What else we got here? We have, of course, the star.
Yes.
In the gospel, where the
That
three
guides
kings
them.
follow the star, the light of the star that guides them to Jesus. So light's pretty important.
It is. And we want to start by recognizing that, the reason we have this light within us, we believe that everyone has this light in us that we're encouraged to share and spread.
Okay.
But that doesn't exist, and that's not possible without God.
That's so true, right? Like, I love what you said when we were discussing this, the whole idea that we are reflecting the light of God in our daily lives.
Yep.
Right? The light that we're able to shine is only possible because Jesus came into this world
He's our light.
and brought light to us.
Yep.
And so it's through that we even have the power or the ability to shine light on others.
Yes, and so it is because God brought this light into this world, we are able, and He shines it on us, right? And so we are only able to reflect and spread that light only through God, and only through God shining His light on us. So we absorb it, and then we also reflect it off onto others, right? And so I think it's important for us to recognize the source of that light, and also recognize that it's kind of our duty to spread that light, because I think it said in one of the readings that and we also know this, that light is greater than darkness. Only light can beat out darkness.
Yeah. And so one of the things that you mentioned is that how do we shine that light onto others? And if you've seen our episodes, right, that when it comes to shining the light, it's just all about living that Christian life.
So what does that look like?
Of following those just basic commandments, right? Like, first, you gotta love God, right? Because again, if God is our source of light, you gotta remember that God's here. So you love God with all your heart, your mind, and soul, and that will allow the light to keep shining in you. And then, of course, love others as yourself, right? It's just such a basic principle. But if you love everyone else, you are actively shining that light, right? You're actively shining that light on everyone else. And it's really as simple as that.
It is. It's very simple. If it comes down to the basics, that's what it is. But let's think of a few more tangible examples, right? So if you feel like you have this light in you, that you feel you have this special gift and you really want to spread it, there are always opportunities in your parish to participate and share your talents and spread that light even further, right? There are plenty of ministries at Holy Spirit, right? You have choir, you have the Filipino ministry, Indian ministry. There are just so many ministries and so many opportunities. Surely, you can find a place where you can shine your light further, right? Where you can share your talent and your treasures.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
Yeah.
And so, in addition to being willing to share and shine your light on others, one other thing that we said is don't be the type of person to try and snuff out the light of others either.
Yeah,
like King Herod.
Yeah.
Like,
he was just excuse me.
Who is this king y'all talking
There's
about?
someone better and greater than me? go check that out and like let me know so I can just like,
Yeah.
you know.
Right? It's like King Herod wants to be the only one. That's important. King Herod wants to be the brightest light in the room. And the reality is there are some days where our light might shine brighter than others. We all have good days and bad days, but that doesn't give us a reason or excuse to be like, oh, I'm not the brightest light in the room today. I gotta knock other people down so I can be the brightest in the room.
And we're all on like the same team at the end of the day, right? The more light, the better.
Yep.
And so it's just, when you want to snuff out others' lights, it's not a very nice thing to do.
It darkens the room, and that's not our goal, right?
It does, right? And even at your brightest, you can never ever be brighter than two people at their brightest, or two people at their average like dimness or brightness, right?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You alone at your brightest can never beat the brightness of like 5, 10, 15, 20, hundreds, thousands, millions of people, right? And so that's something we have to acknowledge, and that we're all in this together, and that we're all like fighting towards the same goal, and it's to get up there, right?
Yeah.
And so whatever that looks like, we need to help each other get there. And by helping each other, we continue to spread that light and reflect that light that Jesus is shining on us, because he's trusting. He's like, I pick you. I know that you're going to do your best to reflect. So I'm going to choose you, and you. You're going to help me help others. So we're ultimately helping Jesus too, at the end of this day, reach his goal. And his goal is to get us up there with him too. We all have the same goal.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. Did we catch that?
No.
Because I said like.
I didn't hear it because it was, I didn't expect it, but very good. So yeah, we think it's important for you to just reflect on your light, being a light for others, and just being very aware that, of your actions that may try to dim others' lights. Focus on your own light and focus on spreading your light to others and not snuffing others' lights out.
Yeah, so as we end and wrap up the Christmas season, I just want to say that we hope you had a great one, and hopefully you allow your light to shine on for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that once it's Christmas season again, you're like, oh, we've been bright this whole time.
We don't need the Christmas lights don't have much. We've been lit this whole time.
Yeah, we've been lit this whole time. Okay, yeah. I like that.
So I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and we're excited to dive into it's ordinary time now.
It's time to get ordinary with you for a little bit.
Still good stuff to come. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.